ChatGPT can be used for so much more than simply making sure that text is grammatically correct or generating text, that sort of idea. It can accomplish really great tasks, condensing hours down into minutes, especially if you're a blue-collar business owner. I want to show you a specific use case of something that typically would take a lot more time than it would with GPT. So here I uploaded a blueprint that I found by a quick Google search. And the goal of this is I want to be able to make a really quick takeoff and bid for this project here. And we're just going to call this a flooring project. So I uploaded this picture, and the only thing I said is, what is the square footage of this house, listed out by room, as well as the total. And I purposely didn't say total square footage, right? I want it to be natural and easy to use as much as is possible. And it handled that very accurately. It was able to read this photo and go in and see the square footage. Now, granted, it has the square footage listed underneath each room, but it would be able to calculate this. Say if there was, dimensions on each room, it would be able to go in and calculate this for sure. So it was able to calculate that square footage. Now, I also want to show you a limitation of AI and something you have to be aware of. So I intentionally gave this a low quality prompt. A low quality prompt does not give specific instructions, and it is general, it's hazy, and it asks for a lot without thinking sequentially. But I wanted to test it. So I went in and I said, all the white rooms are concrete. The yellow is hardwood, the blue is linoleum. So I said, this is concrete, this is hardwood, this is linoleum, the green is carpet, and the orange is carpet at a different rate, right? So I said the orange is carpet at $37.50 per square footage. How much will this entire house flooring cost? And it gave me the wrong number. So good example, you always need to check the work, but this is a really great use case where right off the bat, I was like, that just doesn't seem right, especially because it didn't show me its work. It gave me a quick general answer because I gave it a quick general prompt. So I changed my prompt and I said, show your work, think logically and sequentially, and be accurate. And boom, it did it. It went in, it diagnosed what the white rooms were, meaning the concrete. It was just the garage. And it calculated the total cost for the garage. And it did that accurately, just like we would think. Now, I noticed down here, bright red, and it says to sum up all the costs for each type of the flooring, boom, red. Okay, odd. I chalked this up just for an internal error. So I ran it through again. I literally just hit send again. And second time through, it was able to give me the total flooring cost. And I haven't gone through and checked this very specifically, all of these numbers, but I checked the first couple and they are accurate. So I'm assuming the rest are accurate. Now I said, I want this to be exported to a spreadsheet. So it gave me this spreadsheet file. There's another thing that you can do with ChatGPT as well for more functionality. I said, I want to view this as a spreadsheet. So I came in here and it made it into a spreadsheet that I can expand here in ChatGPT. This is a new feature of ChatGPT 4.0. And inside of here, now I have this spreadsheet. And if I wanted to, I could come in here and I could say order by total cost of the room. And now this is a live demo at this point, so we'll see what it gives me. Oh, and let me take myself away here. So order by the cost of the room, and bam, it did it. It went in and ordered it by the cost of the room. And now a cool feature of ChatGPT again is I can come in and say, generate a graph of each of the room's cost. Okay, and now it's going to take this information and change it into a graph if this live demo goes according to plan, which typically it does fairly well. And boom, there it is. So if you're drawing up these, estimates by hand, this is a great way to simply just jump in and get this information. You'll notice it says, here's a bar graph for each room. This visualization helps to quickly compare the costs across different rooms. If you need either details or further analysis, feel free to ask. What you can do is you can also export all of this to share it. So simply just collapse it down and say export that graph so I can share it via email, right? And it can do that. So what I'm getting at is ChatGPT and AI is massively exploding, not just for white collar businesses, but for blue collar businesses. And if you're not using this yet, you will absolutely want to. So here it goes. Graph has been exported as an image file. Boom, there it is. Okay. So if this is something that interests you, I'd love to nerd out more about this. This is actually a use case for a client that I'm working with right now. And we're going to keep diving into this and getting it more tailored to his specific use case. But if this is something that interests you, let me ask, have you used this? What are some of the limitations that you've run into? And what are some of the use cases that it's worked really well for you? I'm genuinely curious. All right. Have a good one.